Hello team, it's Rich and it's Chris and we are 2024 DSC range. It's the bat range, some good colours here. Looking forward to getting stuck into these. All those little changes you can make. Oh yes, like the way it felt on the floor. Oh yes, good balance. Oh, I nearly hit the cameraman that time and I really wanted to. I've got another couple of balls to aim for him.
So here we go, the DSC short version range for 2024. We've got the Krunch and we've got the Intense. Large profile, monster profiles in there for people who want to hit the ball and stay hit. You've had Davey Warner, you've had J. Roy looking like he's using that in the SA20 currently. In the middle here, we've got the Pearla and we've got the Spliit. Lovely looking cricket bat, lovely looking profile, lovely looking mid to low sweet spot for you. They're going to be classic players who are going to use those. Khawaja, Alex Hales, they're going to hit the ball hard, but they're going to play proper cricket shots, and so can you with those. The Lite, somebody who likes a lightweight pickup, this is the bat for you from DSC. A little bit stripped out of the back, but a superbly weighted bat, going to be really light for you. And brand new to the range for 2024, you've got the Blak. Fantastic looking cricket bat, fantastic shape. I think that's going to be really popular. So we've done a little bit on the DSC bat range there. I think it's really important to mention that DSC also provide us and you with a lot of options to suit your other needs in terms of your kit. Great range of pads, great range of gloves to suit and marry up with the bat families so you can go those head to toe players. Bag options have been so popular over the last couple of years. The Rebel range in particular, I'm sure you've seen a few of those on the circuit. The new bags look great as well, so I think those are going to be very popular. They do a great indoor shoe that we've been stocking here for a couple of years. So if you want something DSC for your kit bag, the kit bag itself, across your range, come and have a look. We've got lots in stock already.
Chris, so first up we've got the Krunch. I do like the colours on this. I like an orange and a purple, but I need to know some technical specifications. So what have you got there?
The Krunch, been in the range for a while.
Yeah.
Bit of a freshen up for the season ahead, as you say, which I think works really well.
It does.
Monster profile.
Yeah.
This is a big old bit of kit for those players that really want to get maximum power through the hitting area. This is the range for you, the bat for you. As you can see, full profile, lots of willow going on in there. Wouldn't be any surprise that Davey Warner has obviously used this now for a good number of seasons and whacked a lot of runs into retirement. So it has got that big profile, it's got that rounded toe, it's got the oval handle, but it does pick up quite lovely as well. So yeah. I think that could be a real favourite of a lot of players.
Nice spine in that as well, isn't there? Good balance. How does it tap?
It taps pretty well, I think. So again, where we're expecting to sort of hear and feel that lots of spring all the way through that middle zone.
So middle zone, a bit higher as well.
Big edges on that.
Good.
A lot of hitting area.
Cool.
But that's my word for it.
Yeah.
How about you go and have a little look?
Well, let's find out. I'll go and hit a few. Looking forward to this. Okay, Davey Warner Krunch. I wonder if I can crunch it. It's a very thin handle, you know. Lovely balance to this. Maybe it suits my shape. Really looking forward to this one. Yeah, that's a nice up and down shape. I do like that. Little turn in of on the toe there. Just noticing that. Oh, glorious. Yeah, it's got a really nice feel to this. Very nice feel to this. But it is quite special and unique, I think, the DSC one. So I do feel like good up and down here. I'm going to have to work a bit harder with my cross bats. But we'll see. Yeah, there's just a little bit more weight down the bottom of this one, but I think this is a nice shape and a nice feel to it. Perfect. Yeah, I like that. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this. So I feel it's a very good one for the up and down player, straight, the vertical bat player. Yeah, good sweeper. The cross bat shots, I think I'm going to have to work a bit harder because of the natural balance. A bit more wood at that end than there is this end. But I think once you've got that all covered, that is a lovely, lovely shape. That's the Krunch. Next up, we're getting intense. Serious and intense. But I thought an Intense would be a Blak. or a dark red. We've
got a bit of colour going on in there. Do you like that?
I do. It's
do
a
you like
nice
the look
colour.
of that? Yeah, I think so. And I think, again, been in the range for a couple. This will be the second season in there. It's been a popular look. Again, pretty decent amount of profile in there in terms of the hitting zone. Probably sits slightly higher than the Krunch.
Yeah.
So it giving you a little bit further up the profile, but lots of willow in there. But again, doesn't pick up too heavy. I just think, again, if you want to hit the ball and you like that sort of shape, it's going to work really well for you. Semi-oval handle again.
Yeah.
Again, that slightly rounded toe. Not dramatically different, but just probably shifts that weight up a little bit for you in the blade.
So it's going to be a little bit higher,
Yeah.
and obviously you've got a lot of wood across the back of the bat, little toe guard in there. Anything on the grips?
The grips are pretty standard across the main lot of the bats. It is your probably fairly typical sort of grip on there, not particularly large in the handle, so actually they're not going to suit they're not going to sort of not suit a lot of players.
Yeah.
They're quite neutral, but again, you can be quite comfortable in most of those.
How's this one tapped?
So this one, like I say, we're expecting to sort of obviously.
Ooh, that one sounds all right, doesn't it?
Yeah, and as you can kind of tell in comparison to that, slightly higher, but yeah, lots going on there.
Good. We better pass this one over.
I was going to say, you're going again.
I'm off to have a little go in the nets, have a bash with this one. Okay, so we've gone ourselves a little bit intense, like a nice coffee. I wonder if this one will be equally as nice. Now, I've got a feeling I like the way this balance goes all the way up and down the bat here, Chris. So I shall look forward to this one. Again, a thin DSC handle, lovely balance, really hit the ground well, this one. Like the way it felt on the floor. Oh yes, did like that. Just, yeah, it's a nice shape and it's a nice feel. For me as a batter, really like this. Good shape, look, lots of wood in the place that I want it. Yeah, very comfortable for me. Think I might have a little favourite here, you never know. Oh, very good. Nice shapes to this. It's a nice feeling. Does feel down the bottom end. And that's lovely. So that one is the intense one. I think the horizontal bat shots are going to be good. You're going to get a lot of power into your swing there. So I think that's going to be, I think it'd be very good for those types of players. Yeah, I think overall that's a very good shape. You're going to be able to punch off the back foot. Very forgiving. Now, I would have associated the Pearla with a bowler, not a batter, but alas,
It might be.
bat.
We sell bats to everybody. We don't discriminate which number you are in the order. The Pearla has been in their range now for a while and probably been there, or our best seller with DSC for a while. Okay. Just looking at the profile sort of immediately, not quite as much willow in these ones now as we're going into this sort of mid-range, mid to low profile in terms of the shape. So again, suits quite a lot of players, particularly in the UK. Lovely balance and pick up to that in terms of the feel of it. Lovely looking bat. I think the Pearla has been a really popular one on the aesthetics, but particularly for most players who pick it up, the feel of that has been really, really popular.
Do you think that's a more traditional shape, this one? Which hence I think more people have gone, I quite like
absolutely.
that. Good. How's that one tap?
This one, I imagine, like you say, is going to be a lovely sort of feel lower down. So you're getting a little bit more towards the toe. So those front foot shots are going to be a little bit more suited into that profile because of that. Just been a lovely, lovely bat for most players. I think again, could be interesting to see what you think, but I think again, it could be one that you will enjoy using.
Well, I wonder if I'll be the same as everybody that goes in the shop. Well, better find out, haven't we? So the more traditional Pearla. Hopefully the bowler doesn't bowl too many of those. Here we go, another thin handle. Very good towing in on the floor, on the ground here, really like that. So when the bat hits the bottom of the bat hits the ground. Yeah, lovely flow to this one. Now Chris did say in the shop that this one here has been our most popular purchase, and I have to say, I can see why. Absolutely lovely it is, really nice. It's a really well-balanced bat, so if he said those words, my goodness, I'm believing him. Yeah, that's a lovely bat. Really, really nice. I do like that. I love the shape of that. Really nice feel. I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy that. And I'm not surprised it's one of our best sellers. A bit of a Bulgarian split squat next. The Spliit Pro. And it is split down the middle too.
I mean, that's
not literally.
That's not something you have to do if you buy the bat, obviously.
Oh, thank goodness.
Optional. But the Spliit, a bit like the Pearla, has been a really popular bat in the range now for a number of seasons. Usman Khawaja has obviously scored thousands of runs with this particular bat shape and profile at the top end for Australia now for again a couple of years. A little bit like the Pearla, that mid to low profile, again, just really suits a lot of players in terms of the pickup.
Yeah.
Lovely looking bat, again, I think the aesthetics work really well on that. The current sort of little bit of detail into that, I just think sort of offsets that fantastically. But more importantly, I just think the pickup on that is lovely. It's a very popular choice of a lot of players who go into the DSC range.
I'm not surprised. It looks like a nice bat. Looks like they do seem to all pretty much have a similar-ish profile in terms of the spine. There's a spine in all of these bats, and I personally think that produces good balance in a cricket bat all the way through. I think this particular one goes all the way down. That sort of very similar to a Kahuna.
Yep.
From the Kookaburra range.
Yep.
But yeah, that feels really good. How does that one tap?
So hopefully a bit like the previous one in the Pearla. Again, similar spot. You can kind of get a real feel for the impact on that in the hitting zone. Fairly extended as well. So yeah, lots of stuff to enjoy in there. Hopefully.
Well, yes. Usman Khawaja uses it. He's a left-hander, so's Rich. And that's where the similarity ends. Sorry, Usman. But I'll give it a try and see how I get on. Look forward to this one in the net. So, Usman Khawaja, another traditional shape, split. Well, maybe I should be split on whether I like this one. Australian opening batter. Very nice towing in down the bottom on the floor there. Very comfortable pickup, lovely balance. Can go through the ball really well here. Again, that thinner DSC handle, which some people will like, some people won't. Thicker grip, all those little changes you can make. Oh yes, lovely. Can get through the ball, hit it hard. I mean, that's a horizontal bat shot. And I felt really comfortable hitting that. Oh, I've nearly taken the camera out twice, which is always dangerous. Sorry about that. So that's a really nice, lovely, long, traditional shape, good balance. Now I've got a lot of wood in this one, so I think this one is a very good, I mean the Splitter and the Pearla have been two really good, well-balanced bats. Offer you a lot of flexibility as a lot of different types of batters. I rather like that. This is the Extra Lite, made for the X-Men. Do you like that? It's good, doesn't it? Oh, this will be interesting.
Which one are you?
I'll leave that one to the comments section below.
Absolutely. So hopefully comment 1 is going to be whatever we think there. The X-Lite, you just mentioned about the range, and there's quite a lot of similarity in profiles. I think this is where we obviously then just start to give a bit more choice in the DSC range. X-Lite, it's exactly what it says. It's trying to give you that lightweight version. Again, the spine is pretty extended there and quite high, so again, that's not particularly different, but it really does strip it out in there and just gives you that real lightweight pickup. Handle slightly thinner, slightly less at the top end here to really give you and accentuate that feeling of lightweight pickup, but not to the point where you're not getting, hopefully when we do this, a really nice middle. Yeah,
still sounds
so you can tell straight through there, fantastic middle. So for somebody who's looking for a really lightweight pickup for them from the DSC range, this is the one we'd obviously highlight for people.
Now this one I've noticed has got that sort of finish to it, which suggests when you put the bat down on the floor, it has that sort of finish where your bat leans forward a little bit, which is really cool. And the other thing I noticed, grip change.
Absolutely. So again, the lightweight is trying to just strip everything back a little bit and give you that slightly lighter feel, but differentiate from the rest of the range, really showcase its differences.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to this one, the light version. Okay, so this is the lightweight one. I have to say, she is lighter, which I suppose is what you were hoping me to say. I love that little bit on the bottom of the bat where it toes it in. I do like that. There's a lot of wood in this as well, so there's some fielders getting ready. A very, very thin handle. And you could sense that the wood's been taken out the top, but I tell you what, it really does not affect the balance and feel of that bat, because you can really get your hands through it, and there's a lot of wood in this. I do like this one. This is a really good bat, and what's really nice from my perspective is it's different to the other bats in the range. Yeah, now I really do like that one. That's a real surprise to me. I wasn't expecting to like that quite as much as I have. Great balance. It is much thinner, and I'm surprised to say balance, because you've got more wood down the bottom and less up here. But yeah, that's really good. That's one worth picking up in the shop, team. Here we go. Looking forward to this one.
Brand new.
I like this already.
In what way?
Great. Well, I like the colours. I
Yeah.
like the little. There's a little fleck in there.
So the detail on the stickering there is fantastic.
It is. It's really quite cool. And you've got a little bit more detailing here as well. Yeah, I like that one. So I suppose I better pass this one over.
So,
what
like
do
I
you
say,
know?
brand new for the new year. The Blak is, I think, a fantastic looking cricket bat. Not just in terms of the stickering, but totally agree with you, Rich. The quality on that, the finish on that, just really brings it to life. But again, I just think a really popular shape. Again, holds that sort of similarity across the range with the spine. But there's a nice sweep, a pretty traditional looking shape and profile to that. Picks up quite light, not as light as the lightweight range, obviously, but you've got a lot of willow in there, and actually you don't really notice that on the pickup. So again, I think it's going to suit a lot of players. We take the mallet to it. Solid,
yeah.
Really solid. A fantastic spring out of that middle point of your blade. Really popular already. I think that's going to go from strength to strength. Be interesting to see what you think when you have a little hit with it, but yeah. I'd be very surprised if that's not a real winner.
Yeah, this one looks good. I wonder if it plays good. So we are DSC Blak, new for this year. Really excited to give this one a go. Wonder how it will feel. So let's give it a try. Need to say sorry to the cameraman, just clipped the tripod there. Again, very similar to the other DSCs that I've picked up, thin handle, good balance. Oh, I nearly hit the cameraman that time, and I really wanted to. I've got another couple of balls to aim for him. He's now got feel, he's now become a fielder. He's not going to stop it though. He really isn't. He tried, so lovely balance. Really good shape. Again, I tell you what, they've got a couple of bats here that are going to be really popular. Oh, nipped. That's nipped and done a bit. Not out. Going down the leg side, hopefully. So really nice shape. And I think that'll be a good bat and a real positive for lots of people. I think there's a lot to talk about in this little review. Yeah. So we better get to it.
So Rich, we've let you loose.
Yes,
You've had a go with the range.
Yeah.
We better find out what you thought.
Okay, so this is what I've got. I've got Krunch and Intense fairly similar. Big profiles, which means there's more wood in them, and it does have that slightly out of balance feel to them, but not in a huge way. Obviously thinner handle, lots more wood down the bottom. I liked both of them, and I think both shapes were really good. I think these guys, the Pearla, the Spliit and the Blak, are a bit more traditional, and I do like the shapes of those, and I do like the feel of them. And I think lots of players are going to like these ones. I think you're going to be probably a little bit more front foot bash. I think maybe the T20 cricketer is going to really like those because there's a lot of wood in them. Traditional batters, sweepers, you know, the cover drivers, the flickers, the more balanced type players, I think may find these ones a little bit more appealing to them. Real point of difference is the lightweight bat. You've just got massive amounts of wood in this, but you've got a very good balance, even though they've taken a lot of wood out the sort of the top end of the spine there and the shoulder, and with a slightly thinner handle. And I say slightly thinner handle because I think DSC within their range have a lot of thin handles. They put a lot of wood in their bats. I'd say these guys are very similar in shape. They're similar, they're similar in shape, but they're not that far away from each other. I think this one's a little bit further away, and I think that's your point of difference. So I'd say DSC sits probably top end and middling quite close together in terms of their different profile shapes. They're not going to give you a huge variety, but I think if you've got lots of wood in it, or you would want lightweight handle, thin handle, sorry, thick, juicy bits of wood, I think you can't go wrong from this range at all. And a lot of cricket is played, short form cricket. Batters are going to bat 5, 6, 7. Club cricketers want a little bit of extra help in there. You know, they pay their 150 quid to 300, and you know, you want a bit of wood behind it because you're going to need it to survive, especially with the hard ball. So I think this is going to be popular. I can seriously understand why that's been very popular. That is a good balance in a bat, and I'm not surprised. I did like the little touch of the angle and the way that sits on the bottom, sits on the ground. I thought that was good. I think if I remember rightly, I found the Krunch a little bit more awkward. And I don't know why, I just did. And I think it just didn't quite toe in well for me and my grip. But, you know, who knows?
Interesting, and I think that's a really fair reflection of the range in terms of when you look at it as a spec, but also the feedback we get from players who have been using this now for a couple of seasons, and the feedback that's generated from them that are using it week in, week out on the circuit. I think that's pretty much in terms of feedback where we've seen it as a range. I think that's really fair. I'm going to be unfair, and I'm going to go, out of all that, what's your fave? Well, I'm going to say sorry Usman, and sorry David, but I'm going to go the new Lite one. Ah. I really like that shape, and I really like the feel to it. And it got me. It got me in my purse strings. Not the Pearla?
No, not the Pearla. No.
I can't interest you in the Pearla.
You can interest me, but I'm not going to.
Maybe both.
I'm not going to be swayed. I'm sticking.
Interesting. Okay, excellent.
Yeah. So I like that shape. I like the way it felt. I felt like I could play all my shots, and I think it's a really nice bat.
Fantastic.
Yeah. That's the first time I've chosen a lightweight one, which is a surprise, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. Good for DSC. Well done to them.
Yes. Chris, thank you very much
You're
for
welcome.
your very
Thank you, Rich.
important, knowledgeable help, and of course for trying to get me out on the feed buddy there.
I may have got you snaffled down the leg side, but
yeah. So we used the speed buddy this time and not the bowling machine. We're just changing it up for you there, everybody. Thought you'd keep you on your toes. You probably noticed that. Hope you enjoyed the video. We certainly enjoyed making it. Thanks to DSC for letting us use the stuff. It is very important. We can give you some good feedback, which is really more honest feedback, isn't it? And that's what you want. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. If you have a comment, please use that moment in time to make a comment below. We did talk about that grip, didn't we? Yes, and maybe Usman as well. Tell us what you think of it. We are, of course, putting out more content, so do subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. I'm ashamed I didn't hit Oscar today. I'll be trying harder next time.